My background's moved a little bit. Hello everybody, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. Probably should have troubleshooted that beforehand. I'm Jack, UI UX designer, illustrator, animator, donut connoisseur. Seeing a bunch of people hopping in already. Sean's here. Hi Sean. Welcome Sean. Sean's another streamer here on Behance. Evie's here. Oliver's here. Susan's here. Corey's here. Oliver's here. Welcome in, everybody. We having a good Sunday. Yesterday I didn't. So my plans for this weekend. I planned to stream yesterday, and I planned to try out doing like a little bit. So I planned on finishing up the Umbrella Ducks yesterday and switching to something else today. But the weather had alternate plans, and so we had some crazy weather yesterday. Oh, Stephen Booth's here today as well. Everybody's joining today. Welcome, everybody. Did you miss me yesterday? So the weather had alternate plans. Oh, and Odari, welcome in everybody. But the weather had alternate plans, so we're streaming today. This is what we're doing. It's, as you can see, maybe you can't, from my, window, it's super sunny. So the weather went from absolutely atrocious yesterday afternoon. It was like, right during the time that I normally, stream, so, yeah. And now today it's just sunny, so here we are. Let's just get into it. We're gonna work on adding the plants to our illustration here. So we have just the background stuff to add. So we're gonna add. Sean says I missed you, Jack. Thank you, Sean. I also want to mention that Stephen Booth, Sean, Odari, Evie, I don't know if you're a live streamer. Why do I feel like you are? Anyways, there are a bunch of live streamers in the chat, so be sure to go and check out their work. Oh no, you're not a live streamer. I don't know why I thought you were. Anyways, appropriate, right, Evie, with the little umbrella? That it was the rain is what prevented me from. Well, not so much the rain, it was more the wind. The weather here was crazy. Not to get into it, but like a transformer exploded up the road from me, like blue. It was chaos. It was flooding. 10 out of 10, don't recommend. So we're gonna work on this today instead of yesterday, and it is what it is, but at least we're here, right? And we're making the best of it. So Sean and I also, by the way, we are live in the Firefly Discord. Sean, aside from being a live streamer, we also are do events in the Firefly Discord if you want everyone to come hang out with us during the week. So if you were sad you missed me yesterday, you can come join me tomorrow as well. Alright, so I had a lot of great suggestions here. And I want to have this, you can see my like really lame sketch in the background, but I wanted to have some like water plants kind of, there were several suggestions for water plants, and I didn't want to like clutter up what we had going on in here with any more stuff, so I thought we would add some kind of plants growing over top. The suggestions here, you can see some of these, I don't think we're going to do the weeping willow because it's just going to be big, occupy a lot of space, but these grasses, I particularly liked this pond iris, the sweet flag, and the maidenhair fern. So, and I think what we can do with the some of these, like I'll probably want to do for the kind of grass that's bending over idea that I have, I'll probably use this sweet flag, which is a type of like pond grass. And then this maidenhair fern has like little tiny leaves. I'll probably make a brush for that. And then the pond iris, I'll probably just add some of that kind of like in the background. There are these like purple flowers. They look like purple irises. So, Sean saying, if you're not sick of me or Miss Jack, join us. Yeah. Evie saying, love the colors, Jack. Thank you. I feel like I picked the colors like right off the bat. They were just like the way I was feeling that week. I really, honestly, If you want to know how I picked this color palette, Evie, it was the lime green. I really wanted to use this lime green in place of a yellow, and I knew we were going to add some ducks to this, so that was really it. I wanted the lime green, and the lime green made a nice transition to blue, and this is like a water illustration, so that's my thought process. Sometimes it's that simple. It's not really much else to it. Evie saying, weirdly, I'm wearing this color right now. What? That's crazy. That's crazy. If you do want to participate with this thing that we're doing today, I have the link in the chat. I can't easily grab it, unfortunately. But you can see it in the description. It was up partially inspired by this Instagram account that's called What the Prompt, and the recommendation was the prompt was actually an upside down umbrella filled with water and 2 rubber ducks swimming in it. I really like this What the Prompt for like generic kind of like they're very simple, you know, they're not like other prompt Instagram accounts which are very much like they give you like a whole sort of design brief. This is more like you're open to interpretation, which I kind of like. But let me kind of see if I can pull up What the Prompt, just to kind of show you what it looks like. There we go. Oh, they're on summer break right now. But this is the idea. They're very generic, and you can kind of take them and interpret them however you want. You could literally make like any of these, like a bottle of your favorite perfume. You could make that an illustration, you can make that an animation, you could do a poster review, and like branding project around that, like any way that you kind of want to interpret it, which is what I kind of like about those. So they're just kind of fun if you're like, I want to just do something that's kind of chill, and that's how I was feeling when I did this. So on a similar note, Susan, I shared your account before. I feel like you just recently may have finished your plants though, so I'm gonna share it again. This is Susan account. Susan has been following amazing work, as you can see. Susan's been working on the plants that we were working on, those greenhouse magical window kind of illustration. So and like absolutely gorgeous. I pulled this up a couple of times, but I just kind of wanted to resurface it if you missed it. Be sure to go and follow More or Less Crafty on Instagram and check it out. I just think Susan did a really nice job with the plants in hers. Obviously the windows as well. Adding the stained glass is a nice touch. I just love to see this stuff. If you guys ever work on anything, you know, based on my live streams, or inspired by me in any way, feel free to tag me on social. You can find my social links. I think they're gonna be this way. Let me see. Come on. Person. Yeah, there we go. Me. I'm trying to wait for me to point. Watching in a delay. You can, my social links will pop up over there on your left of the screen. So if you want to follow me on social or just tag me on social because you want to share your work, I'll be happy to show it on the stream with your permission. Anyways, I'm done with talking. Done talking now. Odari's saying Susan is awesome. Love her work. Yeah, Susan's got some really lovely photography on here as well. Like, love this. These in particular are really, really, like, these are like super cool. I don't know what I'm looking at. These popped up and I had saw them before on my Instagram and was like, what? These are cool. These are cool. There's some kind of photography technique that I wish I knew how to do, but here we are. Yep, love that. These hummingbirds. Fun story. I did not know that hummingbirds. So the first time I saw hummingbirds was in California, and I did not realize how small they are. And I swear I thought they were like a giant insect the first time I saw them. I was like, what is that thing darting around? I thought it was like a cicada or something like that, which is obviously my frame of reference being from the Midwest. We get a lot of cicadas. And so that's what I thought it was, but then I realized it was a hummingbird. I didn't realize they were like, I knew they were small, but I didn't realize they were like that small. Alright, let's get into it. I want to start working on some grasses. for this kind of design here. I'll probably do them in little bunches. I don't want to overwhelm the background, so I have to be a little bit careful. And Susan's saying they're jelly plate prints. Learn something new every day. And what I'm gonna do, because it's me, and I'm always trying to offer you all of the tips and tricks, how I'm gonna do this is I'll actually start with a single stroke to get all these kind of put in here, and I'm gonna use a tapered stroke like this. And this will let me create a whole bunch of like uniform shapes kind of all at once. Actually, we're gonna make a custom stroke width, so I don't think this is gonna be enough. So I'm gonna bring this back down to uniform, and let's zoom in. Oh my gosh, my keyboard is not working. There we go. We're gonna pull this down, and we're gonna save our stroke width profile. I'm gonna pull this all the way down, but then I'm gonna go back here, and I want to make this a little bit wider. That's kind of the shape that they have. And down here, I can actually add to profiles. It's gonna store that image so I can kind of reuse it as we go along. I'm actually thinking maybe these should be, yeah, these should be like the lime green. I'm gonna put these in the background for the time being, even though I know that some of them are actually gonna cross over. And now I can continue to make brush strokes that have this look to them as I go. What did everybody else do this weekend? Everybody that wasn't battling storms or anything else for that matter. Ooh, what is happening? What's going on, Illustrator? You're having a time. I can't tell what's happening. Alright. Let's maybe lock our top two layers. Yeah. It seemed, maybe I was accidentally selecting something on top, so. And it was not a fan of that. Oh, come on. Oh my goodness. Is it like, am I dropping out in terms of my stream? Is this an internet issue? What's going on? What's going on? Close some things I have open here. See if I can rectify the situation. Alright. Nope. I don't know what is happening today. I'm not working with a very heavy file. So, I don't know what the deal is. Odari took the family to the Detroit Institute of Art yesterday. Oh, that's fun. So you can see, I'm just gonna add a bunch of these in here. Probably change the weight of some of them. There we go. In these sort of groups, and then what I'm gonna do as well, I'll make like a set in front that's a little bit lighter, and this I'll have to actually split. Let's do this. It seems to really not like that stroke width profile that I saved. Seems to be the source of the issue here. I really wanted to use that Illustrator. And I'll put these actually on a separate layer for the time being. Eventually I will split these up. I'm trying to decide about those background ones. Color-wise. Maybe we do like a... I don't know that I want them to be 100% green. That's okay, I'll leave it for now. I'll think about it. And these ones I have in front are gonna come over top. If that makes sense. Kind of planning it as I go. I'm gonna come over in front. If it kind of helps, I can actually make a mask now. Just grab all our umbrella pieces here. And just on this top layer. And merge all of these. I don't necessarily need to keep this clipping mask, but for the sake of... Oh, you know what? It's not gonna work. Oh, I lied. We're not gonna... This is gonna be an annoying task I don't want to deal with. You're just gonna have to, for the time being, visualize it. Some in front and some behind. Oh man, I'm getting real frustrated. Why is it so buggy today? Did something like update? Good grief. Testing my patience. actually think I might want to make all of these a little bit thinner. They seem a little bit wide. So I'm going to select all of these. I'm going to go to Object, Transform each. I'll show you a little trick here. I'm going to turn off Transform Objects and Patterns and leave Scale, Strokes, and Effects on. And this is going to let me what is happening? Come on. There you go. Scale these down a little bit. Except there we go. Okay. Unicorn's a fan of the water plants. Thanks. We're gonna see how they work out. Let's do like a long one. And make this a little bit heavier. And then in between these, I'll work on adding the what are they called? The ferns. The ferny plants. I don't want to add too many up along this side, because I do really want to have them kind of be behind. And so I might kind of have them spread out over here. Nope, not what I wanted. Nope. concentration face. Yeah, exactly. I don't know. I can't decide how far I want to space them out. They still look like a bit much to me, but let's see. I'm going to try to very quickly mask these out. Come on. This is a messy way to do it, but yeah, this is... Okay, it's fine. It's good enough. What is happening? Okay. The more that I see these, the more that I just... They're just very distracting. And I want them to be less distracting. That's better. Maybe they're actually lighter behind. I don't want them to get totally lost. Sorry, this is the quiet stream today, apparently. So this is saying I was just looking at ideas for starting this project. I found that an upside down umbrella has a meaning. Oh, I didn't even know that. I was just straight up going up to the prompt, so I don't know what does it mean? Hopefully it means something good. Hopefully I haven't, like, put a curse on myself. No, victory over hardships is what the internet says. Let me know if that's what you found in your research. That would certainly be par for the course for my summer anyways. So. Oh, also, speaking of projects, people starting projects and cool things. I don't know if anybody caught Odari. Like I mentioned before, Odari's another live streamer. Odari's been working on a project. Sort of like your own characters and story. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick. Do you have it on your Behance, Odari? I feel like you must because you were working on it. So if nothing else, you can go catch the live streams. Oh, I also just noticed that my notifications were turned off. So I want to do a big shout out while I can to everybody who did me a follow. We've got Kamlesh and Depalm. Thank you so much for the follow. But yeah, I want to pull up Odari's, let's see if we can grab it really quickly. From this morning? Yeah, I think you wanted that this morning. So. Yeah, here we go. Odari, also streamer here on Behance. Be sure to go and check out Odari's work, but here we go. Yeah, the project Odari's been working on, if you want to go see. This is like part 12, so a lot of work went into this, and these are Odari's original character designs, so really cool stuff. Love to see that. Be sure to go check out. I've got links to Odari's, a link to Odari's Behance in the description because Odari is also a mod in the chat. So also Nick is saying hi. The song's groovy, art's amazing. Nick is over on YouTube because apparently still having issues with the Behance chat. Let me know if anybody is joining on mobile. I know there was a push to fix that. There was like an issue with mobile chat, so if you're still having trouble, make sure you're on the most updated Behance app. If not, I will report. If there are people still having issues, I'll report it to the team again. So let me know. Sounds like there are. Not fixed on Android. Okay, thank you, Corey. I'll have to let them know again. But okay, so we've got a bunch of these big grass plants added in. I'm gonna go ahead and start. I'm gonna do what I've done before in the past for these little what are they called? Type maiden's hair ferns. And I'm gonna make a brush. So I'm gonna make the like leaf shape for these, and then I'll make a brush out of it, and that's what we will use to create these. So they're kind of like almost like pentagon shaped to start. Looking at like the individual leaves. And I'll just kind of round the sides out. And then for the top, they're like, actually open this up. Little individual, make sure I've got smart guides on. Kind of roundish leaves. Here, let's do this. This is actually a trick. That I feel like I might have shown off on one of the challenges once for adding like curves. You can actually grab with the curvature pen tool and just click and pull up to curve something, which I find is kind of helpful when you're trying to do stuff like this. Like the general shape of it, and then I'll do a I'm actually gonna also, if you hold down shift and click to remove a point, it will try to keep the original shape, so it won't, it'll like, versus if you normally do it, it like alters the shape slightly. I'm just gonna call that one a, if you know, you know. If you know what I'm talking about, then you'll know what that little trick is for. Alright, so that's kind of the general shape of the leaves. And then I think they're going to be so small that I'm going to just leave them. And I'm going to make these black since I don't exactly know how I want them to what color I want them to be. And I'm going to make like this. Actually, let's make them a little smaller. Like, that looks pretty good. I could probably even rotate it a little bit more. And these are going to be really small. They're going to be like super tiny. Those are kind of the leaf shape. So let's go ahead and make a brush out of this. And I think I want to make a pattern brush. Oh, you know what? Gotta make sure that you rotate if you're gonna make a pattern brush, otherwise it won't actually follow the stroke. So we're gonna make a new brush. Pattern brush. There we go. And I do want to add space. I'm gonna do like 40, do shift. Let's just try this as a starting point. And these little guys, they're gonna be, like I said, really small. And they kind of hang low to the relative to the, I mean, compared to the other things. They're gonna be more like very droopy. Let's see how this looks. We need to flip that. Okay, that did nothing. Come on, there we go. Okay, and we need to make this a lot smaller. I don't like how uniform they are. So let's maybe stagger them. I'm gonna go down here. I'm gonna see what this looks like with our circle applied. Still like having it go the opposite way that I want it to go. Come on. There we go. What is happening to this brush? I think it's still backwards. This way? Let's actually try. I actually like the way it's squishing that bottom part. Just leave it uniform. And go back in here and decrease the amount of space. I just don't like the way that this looks at all. Why are they the opposite? Am I crazy? Okay, but that doesn't make any sense. I don't know what's happening. I don't know why these are reversed. Admittedly. Do I hear a roof? Yes. That's Sam telling the neighbors off. So, letting everybody know that this is Sam's yard. All others will be towed. We might have to modify this brush. I'm gonna pull it out. And actually, let's go to add a, okay. Let's try this. Open up my brush panel. For some reason it opens in the very corner of my screen. And let's try this. That's the wrong thing. Let's go here. Okay. That's better. Maybe I just do need zero spacing. I don't know why it's applying that backwards. I'm at a loss there. That's why that's happening. If I go over here, and make this smaller, it makes the other end smaller. It doesn't make any sense. What are you doing, Illustrator? Susan's off. Thanks for hanging out, Susan. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Oh my goodness, it's almost, we're already like halfway through, and here I was like, maybe it'll be a short stream today. Maybe I will finish everything. See, I thought yesterday, like, I'm probably gonna finish everything on stream and have nothing to do. Corey's giving me a look because it's literally what I told him, and he's like, no, you're not gonna finish. Don't give me that. Don't give me that task. Man, I really wanted these to have this, like, sort of, like, ethereal quality to them with, like, the little dotty dots. But it's just, if that makes sense, like, they're very delicate. But, like, these just look big in a way that I don't really like. I don't know. I'll add a couple and reevaluate how I feel about them. Maybe they just need to be really short. And longer ones just look not good. And you look a little bit better now. I don't know. I don't mind. I like them better mixed in, I think. Welcome, where is? I like that username. I'm working on adding some plants to this scene. Let me know if you have any questions. We're about an hour in already, like I just mentioned, so I'm pretty okay. I'm still not like loving the plants. So not want to deselect. I think maybe now I've got a little bit of this in here. I'm gonna group this. I'm gonna move this on my working layer here. Now that I've got this in, I might try maybe these plants. In a darker green. Well, actually, I don't know if I like that. I'm so torn on the colors of everything. Where's pink color? There's no pink in this one. Not today. Kind of like that. Shorten this up. It's growing on me. I like it a little bit better now than I did. It feels more like... Oh, of course, I appreciate the colors allow us to focus on the res... to Allow focus to reside inside the umbrella. Wow, I struggle with that. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to avoid, is like having the elements in the background be too distracting. And when you're working with a limited color palette like I am currently, I could add another color, like whereas is suggesting, but I prefer to, for this specific illustration, I prefer the challenge of trying to keep it all sort of four color, and that's it. I like the challenge of a limited color palette. And also, whereas and Lytton, thank you so much for the follow. Give you a box of donuts. Try black background. Well, maybe not. We're still working on this. I'm not a big fan of colored backgrounds, just because I like my illustrations to have a very undefined boundary to them. Meaning this would be just no background, transparent. Like it could just live in any kind of, like, there's no defined edges to this illustration, if that makes sense. That's just a personal preference. I don't know. Everybody has their own kind of style and way they like to work. So but I appreciate the suggestions. Suggestions are always welcome. That's how we get into the more interesting projects. And when I'm working live, I always like when you guys provide your insights, like the suggestion to add the water plants to this. this one anymore. I think I'm gonna cut that one out. Do a little cheater here. I think that's looking pretty good. How do you feel about that? I'm looking at it on my small screen too, as a kind of comparison between the two. Let's make sure that all of this is in the same group. And let's do copy. And I'm gonna make these. Obviously, I need to make a mask on that. Fortunately, the mask for this should be a little bit easier. What was that? Oh, sage. Sage is being sage. Well, that's the exact, I just drew the exact opposite shape that I needed. There we go. There we go. This might need to be slightly... Needs to be slightly less. I don't want it to be as strong as the... or stronger than the shadows farther down, so... I don't know. I'm still not in love with the grass. If I'm being honest. I do like the maiden's hair along the edge. Unicorn likes the grass. I don't think I mentioned Unicorn's also a streamer on Behance, so be sure to follow Unicorn as well. Odarse also likes the grass. Alright, well I guess we can leave it for now. I just worry that it looks a little bit too like... There's just like boop boop boop. There's like 3, you know? But I'm also not sure if I want to add more grass, because then it's going to get overpowering, and I don't really want that either. What are the things that look like hot dogs? These? These are the maiden's hair ferns. They're like, these long ferns. Somebody recommended them last time, but they have like little semi-round leaves. Almost like, I don't know how to describe it. They almost give it like a mossy look. No, the grassy water plants with hot dog-like flowers. These? These are lotuses. Lotus flowers. And these are, lilies. Lily pads. I don't know. I guess these are lilies then? I don't really understand the nomenclature. I just know that these are lily pads and these are the flowers associated with them. If that's what you're asking about. Oh, you're asking if I'm going to make grassy water plants with hot dog-like flowers. Are you talking about cattails? I'm so glad we got there. I was like, what's a hot dog? Are you trying to find like where's the hot dog shaped plant? Cattails, for those following along at home. At least that's what I've always called them. Let me know if you call them something else. But yeah, they do look like little, they're like hot dog plants, I guess. I didn't know where that was going. Alright, well, yeah, so I guess I can kind of demonstrate what a cattail looks like. And maybe that will fix our problem. So let's not start on the left side. I have a tendency to do that. Let's add some, like, here. Okay, it'll look like, kind of like this, right? And then they have, I copy and paste my path. I can, like, cut it on either side here. Delete, delete, make this. Well, they'll need to be purple for our sake, because that's what we have to work with. So they could be blue as well. No, they need to be purple. They look like this. This is the hot dog plant that you were referring to. Also known as a cattail. We could add a couple of those. Yeah. You call them Lizdottle. I'm probably butchering the pronunciation there, so I apologize, Unicorn. I actually don't know why we call them cattails, because realistically, they don't remind me of a cattail. Aren't they reeds? Yeah, they're reeds too. That's like the type of plant, which is what Umacorn's talking about. They're like a reed plant. Corey's saying, yeah, it would make more sense if we call them hot dog plants. Actually, when you shake them, I believe they like rattle. I could be wrong though. Okay, that kind of is helping with some of the space issues I was having. I like that. I like cattail. Nature's corn dog. More like forbidden corn dog. I don't think we can eat a cattail. I'm pretty sure they're probably toxic or something. Can you eat? Well, I'm not gonna look that up. Who knows? Let's see. Reeds? Are they also called reeds? Reed plant. I'm getting totally different things when I look up for a reed. They grow in wetlands though, so. Are cattail plants edible? Apparently, yes. Yes, they can, but I assume before they turn brown? They have to be eaten when they're green? I don't know. This is a whole new world. They taste like asparagus. The young cattail shoots are edible. The more you know. From the description, it sounds like bulrushes. Everybody has their own name. Bulrushes. It's interesting. Yeah, those are the same thing. Alright, let's read the... Oh, this is like the shortest article I've ever seen. It doesn't give me any details on cattails. Bulrushes, that's it. Okay, interesting. Spider John, welcome! Welcome to the stream. Corey's saying if we all use the Latin names, we'd be on the same page, I guess. Yeah, that's what I was looking up, but there seems to be like a variety of cattail-like plants. All in the Typha genus. so of the family Typhosae. In British English, it's known as the bulrush or reed mace. In American English, I had to click on it. It's known as a reed cattail or punks. Never heard it called a punk before. Alright. Those punks. Indeed. With their forbidden hot dogs. There we go. Robert's here. Welcome, Robert. Nice to see you. Ooh, Odari. You know, I wasn't gonna I was really thinking, like, this will be the last stream of this today. We're so close. And then you gotta come in with that great suggestion of adding, dragonflies. And I won't be able to resist that. I love that idea. We totally need to add some dragonflies to this. You're right. You're right about that. I am gonna hold on that though until I want to get the rest of these. I'm gonna get a little bit more in on these plants back here. And then we'll take a look at how we want to go about doing that. There was actually a dragonfly, like, earlier today, since the weather decided that it was now going to be hot and sunny. Well, not really. It was, like, cloudy out earlier. Anyways, so I decided I was going to tackle some yard work. And there was a dragonfly that was, like, just having the time of its life in my backyard. It was, like, all up in what I was trying to do. Persistent. Dragonfly is your power animal. Oh, I love that. Corey says I don't remember that Power Ranger. Corey, you were a big Animorphs fan though, so I feel like you can relate. It's looking a little bit better. Everybody's asking when Odari streams. Yeah, if you follow any of us, I say that, but you're supposed to get notified if you follow us on Behance when we go live. It's a little bit sort of wonky right now with the notifications, but typically Odari's live, at least for me, earlier in the day. So I want to say you're live right around like 11 a.m. my time, Odari. Somewhere around there. Maybe a little bit earlier, actually. Robert's saying, it's 11:25 p.m. Just updated the spreadsheets for Photoshop, Illustrator, Premiere, and Design. Yeah, Robert keeps track of all of our Adobe live streams and has spreadsheets with the info. If you ever are in need of finding a past Adobe live stream, Robert's the one to help you out there. So. Also, I don't know if Gareth is here, but it was Gareth's birthday on Friday, so happy birthday to Gareth. It was also Annika's birthday, and I feel like one other person's birthday that's kind of like slipped my mind, so if I missed your birthday, there were a lot of birthdays this past week, so there it is. Odari says 10 a.m. Saturday, 12 p.m. on Sunday. Umacorn is before me on both days. Yeah, I knew you were like right around the same times. Umacorn is earlier, but I feel like I always manage to catch your stream like at like around 11 or a little bit before 11 because that's when I get a chance to it. Umacorn saying Annika as well. Yeah, it was Annika's birthday as well. So, but that's Odari's 10 a.m. Saturday and 12 p.m. on Sunday, and that is Eastern time? I think we're on the same time zone. It gets confusing with the lake where the time transition is. So, happy birthday, Gareth and Annika. Yes, happy birthday to them both. A little bit. That looks pretty good. Oh, don't want to move all those down. Trying to think about like the relative heights of things. You can see that I'm trying to keep the height pretty consistent, even though my this is tilted. I don't want the I want this to make sense. That's what I'm saying. Trying to say. Alright, that looks good. Of course, says, I know it was Gareth because Sean mentioned it yesterday. I have to congratulate Annika when I see her. I'm sure she'll be around. Not on my stream. On Adobe Live next week. So. I mean, I hope she's not hanging out in my stream today. I hope she's having a lovely birthday. Away from the Discord. Eve says bedtime for me, y'all. Good night. Good night! Thanks for hanging out, Evie. Okay. Dragonfly. Let's see. The thing about the dragonfly is that it's not gonna make a lot of sense. I mean, from the side view. It will, but it's not as, like, recognizable from the side view. So we probably do want to do some kind of, like, three-quarter view or something like that. Instead of Google image search of dragonflies, just to kind of see them. We got two sets of wings and then like long tail off their body. Let's see what we can do here. So we have start with the circle. Identify kind of the head here. We'll make this really green. Or lime green. Box. Next shape. And then I'm gonna I'm just gonna do that here while I have the chance. Pull this out. And we'll take it down. Three-quarter view-ish. Every shortcut key except the one I wanted. Yes, it's very large when you scale down. Yes, I'm keeping the wings purple for now because I wanted to see how they look. Until I'm absolutely certain. This is my logo, as you know, is my version of the Tree of Life. It's almost a dragonfly. I love trees more. And now Corey's going on a tangent that I'm not even gonna go there because I can't pronounce any of those Norse names. So just know in the chat there's a Norse mythology conversation happening. And there you go. I'm just being very particular. There's really no reason to be, but I'm just kind of moving these around until I like the placement. This is gonna be end up being pretty small, so I'm not like super concerned about this. Is the perspective on this did not work. Reset boundary box is worse. Alright, let's bring it back. Oop. And we have our wings sorted. Looks pretty okay. I think the eyes are a little wonky now. I kind of changed my perspective as I was working on the wings, so I'll fix that. I think that's better. Okay. Looks pretty good. Robert saying, you know that firefly is not a fly, it's a beetle. Or a do you mean beetle? Yes, I feel like I do know that. It's a type of beetle. There are a lot of really interesting... Beetles are probably the most, like, eclectic... I mean, I'm speaking just entirely of my own opinion and not from a entomological standpoint. But, they certainly have a lot of variety. You know, they've got bioluminescence, they've got, like, iridescence going on. Like, it's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy. Alright, now I need to actually tackle the wings, now that I have them kind of blocked in, like, how much detail I want to put in, because, as you know, dragonfly wings are, speaking of iridescent, quite elaborate in terms of their complexity, compared to, like, other insect wings, like butterflies, for example. I would say that, yeah, dragonflies have pretty elaborate wings, and I don't want to go all in. So I'm gonna have to think about how to simplify this, because like I said, it's gonna be small. So, how much detail do I really want to put in these? I do think I'm going to keep the wings purple. I do think I'm going to pull them back quite a bit. And... let's round this out to that point. Let's actually pull it back a little bit and round it up. Okay. And I'm gonna just do one side at a time here. Basically, want to make sure that I keep them consistent. Or should we make the wings blue? I'm gonna feel. Or purple. Thoughts? Jari says it's a helicopter kind of insect the way it flies. That's very true. They don't fly like, I feel like I read about like dragonflies and the way that their wing, like, the wings move is not the same as like other insects. Now I'm trying to find out what the difference is, but I can't. That's okay. Blue looks nice. I kind of like the blue. I'm not gonna lie. Odari's saying, a coworker and I talk about Norse mythology and others all the time. Ancient history is a passion of mine. Very cool. And then I need to kind of do the same thing down here for these ones. I wouldn't say that I'm like a big history person, but I do like to like, you know, research things, learn about different topics. Probably I go down, you know, rabbit holes and things I'm interested in. This is how I would recommend handling dragonfly wings, and that is to pick a starting point and work on each side at the same time. Find it to be easier than trying to go back and recreate what you were doing as you go. Like, after the fact, go back through and add more wings later on. Like, try to work on them at the same time, essentially. Now I'm going to go in here and clean some things up. This needs to be pulled back. Seeing how it looks. Oh, I wrote a children's book about a dragonfly. I think my next character design project would be that. Oof, that's a real challenge with those wings, let me tell you. I'm doing what I can, but they're elaborate creatures. Elaborate creatures. I'm also cheesing it a little bit. I'm not. This isn't gonna be like a 100% accurate rendition of a dragonfly. Please don't blame base. Don't judge my past life as a biomedical artist on this rendering of a dragonfly. We're going for fun today. It's just for funsies. Japs. Welcome, Japs. Japs Mamanta is saying your patience is top tier. Oh, thank you. Just, doing my best to make it through this. We're so close to, like, having all of the main parts in, that I just kind of want to get this finished. If we get the main parts in, we only have about 5 minutes, so we're gonna make it happen. But I'm gonna get this dragonfly done before the stream ends. So, and once I get the dragonfly done, we'll have the main parts done. The other like little details I'm gonna go in and do that I haven't done yet. Oh, this is weird. Obviously, I need to probably add the same style of like highlight onto these cattails, reeds, hot dog plants, bulrushes, whatever you call them. And I added the shadow here because I felt like it helped kind of show my thought process on the plant. I'm gonna add I'll add some like reflection in the water for some of these plants. Maybe, we'll see. It might be sort of a like an area where you see reflection, right? Like these plants here reflect because they're kind of closer to the surface of the water versus these are far away, you wouldn't actually see them. But then we'll add the shadows underneath here. If we're not going to get to that today, so I'll probably do all that off stream unless everybody wants to see me work on that. But I think that we've gotten it far enough in this illustration that I think we've kind of done all the main points high level here. So but I do want to get through finishing the dragonfly wing because I think that's important. Robert's saying the dragonfly looks great so far. Robert's also saying why not use the 3D materials to make a texture on the wings. I could have done that. That's the thing is like eventually you get to the point where like you understand enough of the tools that you have like I can do it this way or I can do it that way. For the dragonfly wing in particular, there's like 2 reasons why I suppose I would choose to do it this way versus like the 3D materials. One, is that I don't want these to be super, super detailed. You can already see I'm probably going to have to potentially cut down on the details even more. When I'm zoomed way out like this, all the lines blend together and get really muddy. And so you have to kind of be cognizant of that on like small little insects like this, like how much detail you add to the wings. You know, you want to give like just enough to make it clear what the structure is, but not go so overboard that when you scale your illustration down, everything just kind of turns into a muddy mess. So sort of the balance in the whole thing. Right, now this has a little bit, and it comes down, and it comes over. It kind of creates like a little hexagon, half hexagon, whatever you call that. A shape. It creates a shape. I'm gonna kind of do the same thing over here. And I shortchanged this one a little bit, so. Go. And then there's going to be a line that comes kind of like here, and around, and then this comes. Same thing up here, here, and it's going to come around. And there is a second line, but it looks like it kind of intersects in the middle instead of being like something over here. So the answer is yes, Robert, and I think that if you wanted to go and create your own kind of version of this and use the 3D materials, that's totally a valid way of doing it. It's not really the route I wanted to go today, although I love the 3D material. That would have helped probably with the perspective of everything. If you're not like super confident in your ability to get this perspective, I like using it for that kind of stuff. Like I'm trying to think of like a recent example where we used the 3D materials to handle a perspective challenge. I'm having some trouble with like some of these, seeing how the breakdown of these wings are. actually looks better. And let's make sure that we group all of the wing elements. Put them on top, their respective wings. Let's just move this guy over here for now. Group the whole thing, and we need to find a good placement. I feel like there's a lot of weight on the left side, and so I'm tempted to kind of put it over here somewhere. Thoughts? I also like that it's kind of flowing with the angle, upward momentum of that rocking up right side. Joyce says, oh my god, looks amazing. Things I love, plants, dragonflies, art, and beer. Well, we don't have any beer in this. You'll just have to imagine that or have a beer while you're staring at my lovely artwork, so. Robert says, it's midnight now, so I'll go to bed. Good night, everyone. Thanks, Jack. Bye. See you in chat tomorrow. Yes, thank you so much, Robert. I think we're going to hop off, too, since we're just past 6. And I did get all of the kind of main components of this illustration, like I said. So the next time that you see this, it will be in its final form. I'll probably do a little sneak peeker next week when we go live. I'll show you what we kind of ended up with. So it's not going to take me long to finish this. I know that Corey's probably hungry. Wants dinner, so I'm gonna be done for now. So yeah, I do apologize for not being able to stream yesterday because of the weather snafu. But you know, oh, now the sun is see, the sun does not, the weather does not know what it wants to do. There we go. Now you can see me. All right. Yes, thank you, Corey. If you enjoyed the stream, follow me here on Behance. Follow me on social. If you follow me on Behance, you're supposed to get notified when I go live. But I do always post this to social and to Behance, what my schedule is going to be like for each week, and if there are any changes to the plans. So, and yes, if you want to subscribe to me, I know I'm very behind in subscriber stuff. I apologize. I'm doing my best. Y'all. But I appreciate every one of you. Thank you, Umacorn. Thank you, Odari. I don't know what my schedule will look like next week. I have to take a look what I have going on. In other news, I didn't mention this earlier, but I sent 12 proofs off to be printed, flat proofs of the coffee bags. So I'm getting a lot of prints are going to be headed my way. So for Parastyle. So the bags, we printed everything, and they're headed this way. So progress is happening on that project as well. So I'm sure I'll be sharing all that stuff with you when they are finally done. But yes, those went off to get proofed, and we'll see what we get back. Yes, there are 12 of them because we did all various shapes and sizes and colors. So that progress has also been made on that. We haven't done boxes yet, though. I did get some box samples, so we can make some decisions regarding what we're going to do for retail boxes, since that's a little bit more tricky and a little bit more custom. But I digress. I was this week, so I got those off to the printer. But yeah. Oh, Oliver, thank you. Well, everybody's so kind. Everybody's thanking me for streaming. Thank you all for hanging out with me for 2 hours. I hope you had fun. I'll go down the line here. Thanks to everybody who's still in chat. We've got Corey, Japs, Odari, Oliver, Robert, Sean, Spider John, Stephen Booth, Susan, Umacorn, Where Is, and Evie. Be sure to go follow all the streamers that we had in the chat. Like I mentioned, we had Odari, we had Umacorn, we had Sean earlier, That might have been it. Unicorn, Sean, and Odari today. But yeah, Odari also streams on the weekend, so be sure to go check out Odari. Saturdays and Sundays, and Unicorn as well. Also, go and support Yoann Turpin. Yoann lets me stream the music in the background. And we've worked on a bunch of album art for Yoann in the past, so I've got links to Yoann stuff in the description, as well as stuff from the moderators, Corey and Nick. Corey has a food and fermentation community, Rock of Time, and Nick's music, Fragment Opus, and we also have Bliss and Odari, who are also mods. Odari, you can see in the chat, Odari is Behance, and then Bliss is Behance as well. And I think that's it. I don't know what we're going to do next week. I have to think about that. Gonna probably start something new. I don't know. I know that we have to still also finish some stickers for Corey's Rock of Time stuff. Like that, I completely forgot. It was like a fever dream when we worked on those. I feel like it was in like the middle of a very chaotic time when I was working on those. So maybe we'll get back to that. I don't know. Anyways, I hope you have a great rest of your weekend, what's left of it, and a great start to your week. If you want to hang out with me during the week, I'll be in the Firefly Discord Monday through Thursday, 11 a.m. Eastern Time. Sean and I run events. It's a fun time. You should come hang out with us. And you can also just find me around the Illustrator and Firefly Discord in general. Alright, I'm off. Thank you all. Bye, everyone.